For the past 2 years I've been locked to an Ironman skiller, and after creating an Iron main I instantly achieved 99 fire making and 99 fishing. To top it off, we instantly started the chase 99 hunter through rumors only. 350 rumors down and I'm already getting the itch to get into some combat. So today we're going to leave the Hunters Guild and start preparing for our first boss. We're going to kill Scurrius. First things first, we really lack in the prayer department. We have 37 prayer when it's 43 to unlock overheads. But for us, we can easily fix this. Varlamore contact is a very viable way to get prayer XP through blessed bone shards, which you can get through rumors, thieving, and calcified mines. And through our 350 rumors, we got a whopping 31k blessed bone shards to use. So to prep for prayer, we need wines, and luckily the bar in Varlamore has an unlimited wine sale going on right now. So basically we're going to be running from the bank to the pub repeatedly. Now I don't know how many wines we're going to need. I don't know how many wines it is per blessed shard. So I'm just going to give myself like 1k wines and then we're going to turn them into Sunfire wines. Alright, that is just under 1k Sunfire wines done. Now I don't think this method is locked behind the quest Twilight's Promise. But the quest does unlock the Quetzal transportation system that causes ease of access to and from to where we need to be to do this method, which that makes it to me worth doing. So we're going to go complete the quest Twilight's Promise real quick and then we're ready for these prayer levels to flood in. Twilight's Promise completed. First thing you do is bless your wines. Then you come over here and let the magic begin. This is my first time doing this, not the first time seeing it. I had to look into a guide, but this 100% makes Hunter a worthy way of starting an Ironman. This makes Hunter more than just the early 83 glory grind. 31k blessed bone shards mixed with some Sunfire wines boosted us to 57 prayer. Do not sleep on this method. But now with the prayer grind out of the way, it is time to start going for some of our best in slots. The wiki has tips and tiers of melee gear suitable for fighting Scurrius, and we're going to be specifically looking towards the mid to low tier this episode, starting with the helm of Natiznat. That is my hardcore status revoked. Just kidding, not yet, but the Fremenix Trials is completed. Now it's time to go gear up for the Fremenix Isles. One Ice King Troll's head, and with this, the Fremenix Isles is now completed, in which we get the helm of Natiznat. Sad to think that there is another Fremi quest after this down the road, since these are a bit on the longer side. But with that said, now it is time to go get our next best in slot for the moment. Aw, damn. We don't even have the 55 defense to wear this helm. Since it's been so long for me needing to figure out what armor upgrades I want, I took a second to really think about what gear I wanted to go for, and this is what I've come up with. For the armor, we're going to shoot for the Natiznat helm, which we have already gotten. We're going to do proselyte top and bottom. For our melee slots, we're going to be going for the Dragon Scimitar and the Dragon Defender. For our accessories, we're going to be aiming for the Amulet of Power, some form of Recipe of Disaster gloves, and the Climbing Boots. And since we don't have any holy blessings yet, we're just going to be using one of my skill capes. We're going to bring the Ring of Life for a little bit of protection. And we have black knives that we got from Cyclops, because eventually we will be able to range the little rat. All these upgrades are going to be what makes near future PVMing happen. We have also been focused on upgrading the YouTube channel as a whole, and that is thanks to GenerikWaffles. You guys have already witnessed some of his work through the thumbnails on the live streams and this very episode. He's also went ahead and upgraded our channel profile and the channel art. He can do banners, logos, thumbnails, and even simple animated scenes. If you're looking for any custom RuneScape pieces, everything related to GenerikWaffles can be found in the description of this video. You couldn't pick any other time that can bother me. This is like a horrible time to do a random event right now. I'm kind of in the middle of a boss fight. This is Monkey Madness completed, which means the Dragon Skin is now wieldable. We just have to go back there and buy it. But I'm kind of cooking up a little plan right now. I want to take a break from questing. I did both Fremi Quest and Monkey Madness all in one day. So I'm kind of pooped for questing right now, but we need to level up our combat stats to even be able to use some of this gear. I'm not the biggest fan of going to crabs, especially if it's not for AFK, like I'm able to pay attention right now. So I think we're going to go do a little bit of Slayer. We also need Slayer for animal magnetism anyway, so I think it's a two birds with one stone kind of plan. So our first Slayer task was Lesser Demons, which was a great way for us to train some magic. We don't have any high elks or enchanting spells unlocked yet, so we used that opportunity to actually train some magic. Our second Slayer task was Fire Giants, which was also great since we needed to train attack, strength, and defense, but it was so slow, it was unbearable. We just don't have the gear or the stats to do tasks like these yet, so I decided I was going to go straight back into questing because that was much more fun. Black Knight's Fortress completed. Recruitment drive completed. The Lost Tribe is complete. The quest Wanted is completed. Isn't this like the 5th questing boss this episode? That is, the Slugman is completed. So taking a break from questing, I decided that Moss Giants would be a good place to train. Drop table isn't bad, and the Mossy Keys lead to more bossing, but ultimately we need that 60 attack for a Dragon Skim and 55 defense for a helm, but I'm itching to give this thing a go. We don't have everything we've talked about in this video, but I think I'm just going to give it a go. I think I'm just going to go for it, and we're going to see the outcome of it. This so far is going to be the biggest risk to a hardcore status. I do have a Ring of Life on me just in case, but this isn't a hardcore series, but staying red would be cool. Yes, this was actually said before the fight. You guys have already seen the end of this fight at the beginning of the video. The oh my god reaction was the only thing said that entire clip. I was so eager and in over my head to fight this boss, so believe me when I say this. I have zero experience at this level of bossing, and this is considered an early to mid game boss. But I have decided that we're going to end this video with one Scurrius KC. So I studied. What did I do wrong? Many things. Having to right click the boss to attack him, running at him with no prayer up, not knowing where my overhead is. Hey, what do you know? This stage right here isn't actually that hard. Eating the first magic strike, eating the first range attack. So now we have little bats and bound. I should probably just kill them while completely ignoring the boss. I can tank it, but what really got us is the rage phase. And as you can tell, I just panicked. And eventually the Ring of Life took me out. Oh my god. So now that I understand what I did wrong against the boss, it's time for us to go get those gear items that we were missing. And the two biggest improvements to us would be the Dragon Defender and 55 defense for the Helm of Natiznat. Alright, we just got 70 strength, and if we combine that with our 60 attack, we can now go and enter the Warriors Guild to actually go for the Dragon Defender, in which we will train defense against the Cyclops in there to hopefully 60 defense, so we could just instantly wear the Dragon Defender when we get it. That is our Bronze Defender. 53 defense. We just got the Iron Defender, 54 defense. Steel Defender, I missed 55 defense, but we can now wear the Natiznat helm. The Black Defender. Plus, another really good thing about the Cyclops are the fact that they drop black knives, which will be used to train range against Scurrius eventually, probably after the Shadow of the Storm quest. Mithril Defender, and we got the Addy Defender. I didn't even have my recording software up yet. 57 defense. No way. Random Magpie in the Warriors Guild. We do need an Amulet of Power, which is why I went for it, but I just got the Dragon Knife. That's a pretty nice spec weapon. Well, it was gonna happen one day. Some people would say it's better for it to be early on. Some would say I could have went a lot further, and I would say both of those things. Well, here's my walk of shame, as we are no longer a hardcore Iron Man. I died to a freaking mithril animation. I was editing this episode and I hadn't struggled at all against them earlier. But to be honest with you, this walk of shame isn't one I'm mad about. Yeah, losing the status sucks, but I learned one thing from that Scurrius fight from earlier. I don't like the anxiety that being hardcore brings to the table. And that's just being honest. Editing this episode has made me lose my hardcore status. And now I missed recording us getting 60 defense. But we are now ready for the Dragon Defender whenever we can get it. That is the Ruined Defender finally. We went dry on this thing, like 150 kills give or take. The rest of them were smooth sailing. I came in here with 830 tokens. I'm now leaving with 680. This Dragon Defender was probably the quickest one out of all of them. But now I'm thinking we're going to go catch some Magpie Implings for a chance at that Amulet of Power. Honestly, Puro sounds horrible, and we aren't quite at the magic level needed to enchant our own Amulet of Power, but I think we're just going to give it another shot. This time we have nothing to lose, so I'm going to cook up some food, and we're going to go give it another shot. So I decided I'd go to Puro anyways, and we spent close to 2.5 hours here, maybe even 3, just to come up empty-handed, which was a pretty defeated feeling. The drop rate of the Power of Amulet from the Magpie Implings is 21. We have caught a total of 43 Magpie Implings, which is double the drop rate. 11 outside of Puro and 32 inside Puro. I would say it's just unlucky. But walking away with the Mystic Gloves and the boots isn't too bad, but it's not the Amulet of Power. They did tease us with the Diamond Amulet, but we still don't have 57 magic to enchant them. 21 Rings of Recoil, 12 Rings of Life, not like we need them anymore, but they would have been cool earlier. 6 Rings of Forging, some Alkables, isn't too bad. It's still some payment out of this grind. Plus, we got 2 Dragon Implings while we were here, one giving us the Longsword, and one giving us 272 Baby Dragon Bones, and 4 Ninja Implings giving us 70 Rune Darts and Rune Claws. claws. Shout out to GenerikWaffles for scouting for these magpie implings, since they were a dime a dozen to find. I was talking to Waffles about giving Scurrius another go, but I don't have the amulet of power yet, and he brought up the amulet of strength, which I do have everything to make, so I'm just going to go that route for now. If I get the amulet of power later, I might switch it, but the strength will also give us that strength bonus, so that's going to help us tremendously, at least more than not having it. I swore I hit the record button before entering the rat's pit, but apparently I did not, but I did not want to miss our first Scurrius KC. So let's break this down and see if we've improved from our last attempt. Alright, he sent the little rats in, he's done eating, we did not prayer switch fast enough, and we totally ate his melee attack. Still too focused on the little rats. Totally ate his ranged attack. I guess we still haven't learned. Alright, we actually swapped to the mage overhead, so we're starting to pay attention here. Again, not swapping to melee after eating, so we just ate that. Alright, he's eating and we're swapping our prayers on time this time. Completely ignored the falling ceiling. That one definitely hurt us. Once again, did not swap to our melee overhead, so we took another smack. As you can tell still, we're in our nerves a little bit. Again, not swapping to our melee prayer quick enough. At least we can say this boss is forgiving. At least we've started to learn pray against range and magic in the eating phase. Aw, damn it, we gotta learn to watch when he's done eating. Alright, now it's time for the rage phase. Alright. Let's eat the first rockfall. Let's not block against his range attack, nor the magic attack. In fact, we're praying melee in the rage phase. He won't even be using the melee attack. Okay, now we're watching him. Still praying melee in the rage phase. We take another rockfall on top of a range attack. Went back to praying melee. Big 16 incoming from rockfall. Eats a range attack and another range attack. Officially further than our first attempt, and things are looking up from here. Big 13 from a rockfall. At least his mage attack wasn't too strong, or we're a bit tanky. I think we're just tanky. We're just eating all of his attacks. And that is the first KC from Scurrius complete. The combat achievement. Scurrius Novice is now completed. An easy combat task, but let's get out of here. I do not think we can do 2 kills in a run. I need to watch some film like it's game day. And I just realized we're not even using our Helm of Nature's Knot. A huge episode for this account. A lot of good quests got done. Major PVMing gear. Plus, it's different than what we've done for the past 2 episodes. We did not just prep for this boss to kill him a couple times. The next time you see me, we'll have a lot more than 1 KC under our belt. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, leave a like and comment. Let me know how you feel about it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stay tuned in on every episode of this series. And like I always say, until next time, stay safe.